Hi everyone. Today we are going to learn about pivot table, and this is going to be step by step. So when given a data like this, I'm having date, sales person, region, product, quantity sold, and total sales in USD. That that is the collection that has been done. So the first step you need to do is to convert your data into table format. The importance for this is when you add your data, it will automatically be added to your analysis when you refresh. So this will either come and say insert, then click on this. You just have to highlight all of this, then you click on this, then say OK. If I press OK, you will see these kind of arrows now here. Or when you highlight all the data range, then you control T, OK. Then you can change this coloring if you want. Just click on it. The moment it's turned on the table, these will come. So I'm coming on to this to change to layer for now. But there are a range of colors. If you like colors, there are a range of colors you can use. For my example, just plain. After that, you come to insert, then you click in on the table, then insert, then pivot table. When you do that, you can see the whole table is highlighted. Then you say OK. So you realize if I click anywhere outside this part pivot table 3, then the range that was here disappears. When you click back onto that part, it comes back. That's how you bring it back whenever you get lost of it. Now, this is how we are going to proceed. I want to see sales person. Now you see from the pivot tables, you can't tell how many sales people are there. Just by the summarized one, we now know we only have 4 sales people. Then I want to know total sales. So I'll bring this. Anything you want in terms of total, that is a sum, you always drag that to values. So I will drag this to values. You can see. And here you can also do some formatting. You can sort this by smallest to the largest, or you can sort this by largest to smallest. Again, there is another feature you can do. I can still add the same here, but now I want to see values as percentage of column total. This gives me what Emma sold in terms of percentage compared to others, the total sales for that period or that month. So that you can also get that. You realize there are so many values as you can use. You can also see the values as an average, the raw total, whatever you want. And again, if you don't want it, you can simply delete by coming to, once you see this plus sign, then right click and drag to the space there. It's done. So the other thing I want to check on is the region, and the region I want to come as columns. So you can see how that is coming. I can also bring some formatting here so that I say every value that is greater than 0, I want it to be highlighted in pick to fill a light blue. So why am I doing this? So that I can know for Emma, which region there is no sale. And you can see for David, it's Sydney with a 0 sale. Michael, it's London. So that help you just as a view. The other thing I want to do is okay, there are so many things you can do with this. Like if I say quantity sold or region also you can bring as row, and when you do that, this is how it behaves. You see, it then salesperson, then the region, or then the amount collected per region. Or still, you can also drag shift. So I want region to be the heading and then the sales people for that region. So I'll just drag this up. And when I do that now, you see it's region, then the name for those sold for that region. For instance, I'm just going to return. When you do that, you can again undo by just dragging down. And now you see for Emma, then for the region they are selling. So I'll just make my region back so that I get to this. Yeah, so those are the features you can get and the kind of analysis you can get from PivotTable. Now, the importance why we converted this data to table from is I want to add the sales entries for Michael, and I'm now going to add for Michael, the date is going to be 14th of March. When I add that, then Michael, for Michael, the region I'm going to add is London, and the cell is going to be wire. Quantity sold 100, and that means if 50 is to 250, then 100 will be to 500, assuming there is no regional variance in terms of unit price. Now, when you come here and you check on, remember we've added for Michael 10. So if you check on Michael 10 under London, it's 0. But here I've added. So what you need to do is just to come to data, then say refresh. When you refresh, you can now see for London, there is figures that are now coming in. So it means there is a sale that has been made. So that is the importance of converting these. And you see, the moment you add, it automatically extends this boundary. That means it's part of that table. And again, if you refresh, it comes here automatic. Now, the other thing you can do, you can click on this, then come to insert. Then I want to insert a pivot chart. So when you insert a pivot chart, I want this kind of a chart. So it depends with the kind of charts you want. There are several of them you can pick on, but for mine, I just want this single bars column charts. Then okay, I will resize. Drag it down here. Now there is another thing I want to add. So for the product, I want this to be under filtering. We are going to see how that is going to behave in our analysis. Now you realize for the product, you can now view one product that is performing across 12% and then different regions and how the chart is also going to behave. For instance, I want just to see for breakers. Now you see, this is how it goes. If I want to see only for switches or wire, let me pick on a wire. Now you see wire was sold by these three, and there you'll have this. So you can reset simply by saying selecting all. And also, this also gives you that if you reduce this, like I can do away with the sum. If I drag it out, see how it changes. And the table comes back to 0. When I bring back the total, everything comes back. If I say I can filter per region, of which you can also do by here. So I just want to see the sales in London alone. So unselect and only mark London here. It will change my table. There are 3. If I pick on Berlin and London, can also get that. If I say I only need Sydney, but no any other region, that's how it. You can see it Emma, Maria, then and Michael, and here are the thing. So here, but you can change the name of your chart by clicking on it and saying this is sales total in USD. Yeah, so that's how pivot tables work. So you can reset everything and you can try and see. But you'll find that for the trick is any change you make on this table, when you come to pivot, you have to refresh all the data for it to fix. And anytime you want to change anything on this table, you click here, then you do. So for a better presentation, is always you can come to view, then say you already read the guidelines, and you can add so other things like the bordering to your table just for a visibility purpose, and it will be more visual pleasing. If you like our video, subscribe and follow us for more. I'm going to add into the link an alternative formula in Excel that you can use as a way to dynamically update without having to be coming here to refresh. So thank you for watching our video and welcome.